To start up the offset shaft, I'm going to make the main revolve feature. This is the main shaft portion, the main cylindrical portion of the offset shaft. But before I do that, I'll go check my units and precision, make sure they're what I want. I know I want my units to be inch, pound, seconds, and I want my precision on all of my lengths and sizes to be to 3 decimal places. And if any of you have been wondering about the mass properties, about when you go to check your mass, when you're finished with a model, about that precision, you can change that precision here instead of having to change it in the custom options of the mass properties dialog box. So here I have 6 decimal places because I want to see all of the numbers that are in the calculation for my mass. I'm also going to double check my drafting standard, which is right up here. It should be ANSI. And I'll say OK, and then get started sketching on the right plane. First thing I'll do is add a horizontal center line. This is going to be the axis for, this is going to be the axis for my revolve feature. And I'll make this an infinite length line, because it's a construction line and the length doesn't matter. And I'll also make a coincident relation between the horizontal center line and the origin to be coincident. Now I can start sketching the general profile of my shaft. This shaft will have 2 grooves. And this is a kind of complicated sketch. Now, if we remember our general rule of thumb for complicated sketches, start with the small dimensions first. So I'm going to dimension the groove width first, which it should be 0.063. And the groove depth is also 0.063. I need to make my top horizontal lines all collinear. Because it's the same shaft, they're going to have the same diameter. The only change in diameter happens at the grooves. So I'll go and make them collinear. That means they're all lined up. I'll also make the bottom groove edges collinear, because I want these grooves to pretty much be the same. Now I specified a groove width on my left groove, but I haven't done so on my right groove yet. An easy way to do that and maintain design intent for these grooves to be the same all around, I can click on both the bottom edges of both grooves and make them equal with the equal relation. Now I still need to locate these grooves. They're not located yet. I can move them left and right. So I'll give them a locating dimension from the left edge to the left edge of the left groove. That's a lot of lefts. It's going to be 0.5. And then from the right edge of the left groove to the left edge of the right groove, it's going to be 5. And that brought it way over there, but that will be fixed as soon as I add the overall length, which is 6.5. And finally, the diameter is 0.575. And I'll click one of the top horizontal lines, the center line, and then go slightly below the center line to specify a diameter of 0.575. Now this is not only 0.575, but it has a bilateral tolerance, which I can go to the Dimension Property Manager. In the Tolerance and Precision area, click on Bilateral, and the minus tolerance is going to be 0.005 of an inch, and the plus tolerance will be 0. It will be nothing. If you remember from our housing, we made a bore that's going to actually be for this shaft. that bore's dimension was 0.575 plus 5 thousandths minus nothing. With these tolerances specified in this way, it will always ensure fit of the shaft within the bore as long as form and orientation are consistent. It's good to design shafts and bores in a way to where the shaft is going to fit inside the bore. But anyways, I believe we're done with our Revolve sketch, and it's time to revolve it with the Revolve feature. I'll go up to Features on the Features tab and then Revolve the boss base. Everything looks good. I'll hit the green check mark.